Part 2. Production. Chapter 11. Scout couldn't believe she was admitting this, but the first night of filming was rather exciting. She stood in the back portion of a diner in downtown Fort Worth, where Duke had shot part of his last movie. The owner was a nice guy who was willing to accommodate the young filmmaker, as long as it didn't interfere with business. Jaron set up his camera next to one of the booths, where the first scene was to take place. Scout looked over at the two actors playing Ricky and her ill-fated boyfriend Sean. They were Duke's friends and had appeared in his previous 3 films. Scout couldn't remember their names, but the girl was attractive, with long black hair. She didn't look anything like the real Ricky, but Duke had renamed the characters, so it mattered little. Ricky's character was now Nikki, and Sean was Sam. "Ready to film in 5 minutes, Duke announced, sitting at a table in the center of the dining area and going over the script pages. Scout grabbed the microphone and walked over to Jaron. "I can't believe you're still working on the movie," she said. "I can't let Duke down. I just hope he realizes on his own this is a bad idea." "You haven't had any more run-ins with the guy who beat you up? It's been a week." "No, we've been secretive. I've been spreading rumors during games that we killed off the movie." "Smart man," she sighed. "I still don't get the point of this movie." "Duke needs to redeem himself after the last one. It was pretty terrible." Scout looked at Duke, who was now speaking with the actors. "He's such a bully, though." "Almost as bad as my dad." She looked at him again. "I thought your dad wasn't around much." "But he was around sometimes. He used to smack me around. One time, I caught him yelling at Mom. I just stood there, hoping he would stop when he saw me. You know what he did?" Scout shook her head, though she figured she knew. "He beat the shit out of me." "That is pretty bad," she replied, not knowing what to say. "Duke reminds me of my dad sometimes, only less violent." "All right, everyone, we're ready to shoot," Duke said, walking toward the TV Jaron connected to the camera. It was their own little video village. "Sound." That was Scout's cue to hold the mic over the actors' heads. "Rolling." Jaron started recording. "Action." "Thanks for finally calling me," Nikki said to Sam. "I didn't think you ever would." "Why didn't you think I would?" "Because you're super hot and I'm super not." Scout rolled her eyes. Ricky would never say something that pathetic. Thinking of her, however, reminded Scout that she still needed to call her. It had been a week since they'd run into each other at the fireworks show. "I needed this date," Nikki went on. "Anything to take my mind off my ex-boyfriend." "He a bad guy?" Sam asked. "Very. He's fat and stupid and gross. I think he's stalking me." "Want me to kick his ass for you?" Nikki laughed. "Okay." She twirled her hair and winked at him. "Jesus Christ," Scout whispered to herself. This movie wasn't looking much better than the last. Duke hoped to have filming completed in 2 weeks, which was shorter than his last endeavor. This movie would have less action and effects work, though. They filmed for 20 minutes, doing multiple takes from different angles. Then Duke called it a wrap and thanked everyone. Jaron unhooked the TV and packed it away. Scout started putting away the mic when Duke cursed. "We forgot to film one scene. It's the one where the ex calls Nikki while the new boyfriend is in the bathroom." "Want me to get the monitor back out?" Jaron asked. "No, let's just film it real fast." Duke told the actress what they were doing. Sam sat at a booth in the far corner behind her, looking bored. "Action," Duke called as Jaron started the camera. Scout had the mic over Nikki's head. "Why are you calling me?" she said into her own personal cell phone. Of course, there was no one on the other line. The magic of filmmaking. Scout looked at Jaren, who was smiling as he recorded. She smiled too, though she didn't know why. Maybe it was the cheesy dialogue. "Leave me alone," Nikki yelled as she pretended to hang up. "Cut. Beautiful. Now that is a wrap."